continuously eating the same poison food over and over and over again and get sick again, again. The what? Huh? Yeah. That's it. Go through it and see what the hell, if I can figure any of that out. It's all in probably Chinese or Japanese. All right, Mike. What about getting home?
I want to let you know all you got is the garage door guarantee.
Uh-oh.
What now?
You got the garage door guarantee. Once you make out the garage door,
That's it after that point. Look at this.
Found him in the trunk.
What kind of money is that?
Yen.
Are you planning to go to China? Again?
How's the, what's that? Yeah.
here's almost straight up and down. That one's a little bit in.
No, it's gonna get a, are they good at there in Carmel for the alignment? Carmel, I guess. Well, I don't know which one am I closer to. I know where the one at Mayapack is.
Good night, Mike. Yeah.
I'll let you know what happens. I'm waiting for the door. Oh, the door's already open. I was waiting for him to open the door. I was like, we can open the door. Is that lightning I just saw?
I don't know. Foggy.
Yeah. Don't put anything reflective on.
Yeah.
With dark clothes.
In the fog at night.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Don't bother getting out of the way, whatever you do.
2 o'clock in the morning. They're running around.
All the trailer trash is out. Well, I don't know what the vibration is.
Yep. Answers the question.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
my God.
Shit, my camera's not focused. God damn it.
Where there's one, there's always two.
Yep, and they're out to get you.
Well, they said some asshole riding around without his fucking seatbelt.
Yeah. Well.
And they got him. A nice little DUI, speeding, no signal, headlight out. Who the hell knows what?
Just weaving in and out of traffic, and drunk as a skunk.
I can't even see the cops hiding around here. I wonder what he got them for.
DUI probably. This time of night, most likely. Or speeding, one or the other. Speeding because he was drunk.
Can't go too fast tonight.
And tomorrow I go to Kisco with the old man, pick up some more shit.
Sell. So
No.
when are you gonna be able to sell everything?
That's not up to me, Scott. It's gonna throw out a lot of it. I mean, the house is full of things like clothing, lots and lots of clothing.
How long has this been going on?
A whole year and a half, almost 2 years. There's furniture obviously still in the house, some of which is coming up here because they want to keep it, and some will be disposed of because it's junk, and others they're gonna try to sell them, whatever. But you know, there's papers they gotta be going through. There's thousands of papers. There's records, everything. I've sold literally hundreds of items on eBay for them, but some things won't sell because it's just junk. Other stuff will. I still have a few more things to sell yet.
Slow because that's sparing me to be trip to California.
Well, that's what we put it on the back. So you're not steering with it. It's just.
Oh, I see people driving around with these things.
Oh yeah, I know. I see it all the time.
For all summer, you know.
Cars in the yard, you can see the fucking spare tires completely balled right down into fucking threads because they were driving it for 3-4 weeks. You know.
A month.
Well, they won't last that unless you're not driving much. It's not gonna last that long.
Limping home. It's 40, I'm doing 50, and yet you're up my butt.
wet. Typical. Figures. I'm off, so it's gonna rain. Although I didn't plan to do a huge amount anyway. I just want to get the exhaust in the fucking plow truck, bleed the brakes out of it, do a few things on the RV, and the rest of the time I'll be watching TV, reading books, and playing with my phonographs.
When do you go on vacation?
This week, I'm on vacation now.
Oh.
Official. Is that a cop hiding in there?
Oh, which way?
I saw a white car back there parking a parking ride.
Maybe I was on the parking ride. This guy's 2 inches from my bumper.
So I was wondering. Maybe the cop was sleeping.
Came out of the fog.
Yep. Kind of odd.
What?
The fog just ended like that.
Yeah, it just ended that way. We just came out of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Neat thing when I was in Florida in 80 and 81, my grandparents' place, it'd be sunny and raining. Sometimes it would divide the property line perfect. So you could stand in, our yard on our property and then just like stick your hand into a rainstorm and then pull it out,
Oh my god.
Or it'd be the other way around. Sometimes you'd cut the mobile in half. It'd be raining on one half of the park or half of the pool. Or you'd go check the mail and wait for the rain to stop. It's like a big mailbox. You sit there.
Uh-oh, here we go back into it again. It's not the fog you gotta worry about. It's the things that hunt you in the fog.
Get this light.
Yeah. Sounds like shit.
Because it is a piece of shit. can't tell an old gunpowder barrel from an old wine barrel. About this big.
A wooden barrel, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it would say gunpowder generally are marked gunpowder, but that would have to be 160, 70 years old.
For it not to be marked.
No, to have gunpowder in it. I mean, gunpowder hasn't been shipped that way since basically the 1860s.
Where would the holes be for it if it was gunpowder?
Probably on top.
One just like one hole and that's
Or it
it?
just might be meant to be, you knock open the top of it and take the gunpowder out. I mean, really, gunpowder was only ever shipped that way for cannons and heavy guns. Not really for rifles because they had cartridges. They made paper cartridges. And they shipped it in crates.
Could you tell if you saw one?
If it said gunpowder...
No, it
and
doesn't say gunpowder on it.
who has this?
Me.
Did you smell it?
Doesn't smell like anything, and I can fucking smell everything.
Because small kegs, like what size? Like a 5-gallon keg?
No, like this.
Yeah, 5-gallon keg.
That's no 5 gallons. It's like a gallon and a half.
Okay, gallon. Because they shipped everything liquid in such a keg, things like that. I mean, you can buy whiskey that way, wine, rum, water. It could be a water keg, molasses.
It seems to have soot on the inside.
Okay, that sounds like a whiskey keg because they char the inside. Yes, they char the inside of the barrel. Yeah, they would not do that with gunpowder.
It's such a small barrel, though.
Yeah, well, whiskey is an expensive substance, and it's sold in small quantities. Not everybody buys, 100 gallons at a time. Most people, like if you ran a tavern or a bar, you would buy, buy the much smaller kegs and dispense it into your glass bottles and pass it out that way. And then sell it by the shot, A small gallon is actually a lot of money worth of whiskey if you're a tavern owner in those days. I mean, they even shipped Coca-Cola syrup in drums like that. In fact, I have a couple in the bar. They still have a paper label on the top that says Coca-Cola right on them. They did that right up until the 1930s and 40s.
That's what I thought. It's thick, too. It's not a thin wood.
Yeah, well, because it's wood, it has to be thick.
It's oak. I think it's oak.
Most likely oak. If it's for a distilled, beverage, it's going to be oak or some hardwood. And it probably has a cork for a bung, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whiskey.
It's got a side. It's on the side there.
Yeah. Yeah, a little cork in it. That's a whiskey keg.
Don't have the cork, but...
Well, it's gone. It fell off and disappeared probably, or was tossed.
Could you tell how old it is by looking at it?
Not really. I mean, keg technology doesn't change, Roger. It's years.
That's what I know. A couple, 300-400 years.
I mean, the really, really old ones are going to have like hand-forged bands and stuff like that.
Wait, that dude walked in the
Yeah, I
street.
know,
You see that shit?
But
That was in the middle of the street.
he's drunk.
He's in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah, he's drunk. That's what drunks do. Stupid shit. Just ask Billy.
Talk about walking over the yellow line.
Yeah.
Oh, now he pulls over. That's the asshole that was behind me.
Huh.
Hope your car broke down, asshole.
I reached his destination.
I already broke down for the night. Fuck, Can't believe I went to Atlantic City like that. I'm driving around all day today. I was riding around like a motherfucker today.
Well, that's why you always visually inspect front tires.
I know.
Inside,
I don't know what the
outside.
hell's wrong with me lately. Fucking, I've been riding around since 8:30 this morning.
Because that tire's been that way for a long time. That's not
Yes,
new.
it
weeks,
has.
Weeks to get that way.
That nice.
And gunpowder would leave a residue in the keg too.
Well,
You never entirely get it out of there.
That's what I mean.
Because it would be black powder, and black powder is
It's
dirt.
black, but then it could be charred too. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
And it don't
Probably
smell
is.
like nothing.
You'd notice when you shook it, little grains would be falling out and that kind of thing.
Wow, I'm sure they're all since long shook out if that's what it was.
And gunpowder kegs were always marked as such. They always marked gunpowder kegs.
Even in the 18...
Yes, even then. because it was pretty damn critical to know exactly what was in those particular barrels. Highly explosive. You fuck up with that, you're dead. Your ship is blown up. Your whole military facility is gone. It's just.
If it is a gunpowder barrel, how much would it be worth if it was ancient, old?
It would, to be real money, it would have to be like 200 years old. Not a hell of a lot.
And how do you prove that?
By the hand-forged bands. Hand-forged iron fittings. But, the later ones would all be regular rolled steel, normal looking. And they didn't tend to use hardwoods for gunpowder kegs because you weren't containing a liquid, just basically a granular powder. So it was fairly a lot easier. You could use pine, you could use other softwoods. Cheap, efficient, But whiskey always uses oak.
Yeah, I know. They char it, put the barrel together, and
just because it imparts flavor into the whiskey, and that's part of the whole thing.
and the aging process too.
Yes.
Once it comes out of the barrel, you put it in the bottle. It doesn't age anymore.
No. But I would imagine right up into the 1930s, maybe even later, they would have been using kegs to transport small amounts of whiskey if it's some expensive beverage like that.
Prohibition.
Yeah, well, glass bottles were not easy to transport because they broke. You needed special containers for them. It took up a lot of room. But you could transport whiskey in a keg to where you needed it to go. And once it got there, then you decanted it into glass bottles, if that's what you wanted to do, and sold the bottles. And watered it down or whatever else you needed to do to it. Especially in the old days, like when you sent whiskey out west and shit like that, you weren't going to send it in bottles. They'd be broken before they even got halfway there. That was the days before styrofoam and all that shit. You would have to ship it in a heavy wooden crate with wooden dividers, keep the bottles from clinking against each other. A pain in the ass. So it was generally shipped in large casks. And then smaller casks as it went to smaller places. And once it reached the West, whiskey was 10 cents a shot, and that was a lot of money at that time. And it was generally heavily watered down besides.
I'm confident I'll go right in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no reason why it wouldn't. Honda Civic's a common car. I'm sure they've seen plenty of them.
No, I'm talking about like there's going to be 1,000 people there trying to get their car fixed. It's Sunday morning. It's Columbus Day weekend.
Maybe, maybe not. That's.
No, yeah, because everybody should be, Well, I hope. Hope I don't need an appointment.
That I don't know. Oh, where are you going to take it? Sears?
Yeah, no, I'm taking her over here to Putnam Plaza.
Oh.
Try to fix some of the road here.
Oh, little critter.
It's a fox.
Yep.
Did you get him?
Yep. Little foxy fox running back and forth.
He was eating some roadkill.
Probably. Or he killed something and he was eating it.
Yeah, he was eating something.
Something juicy and ripe on the side of the road.
Yeah. It's bad you could have got that eagle on video that we saw. We saw 2 eagles. fucking animal.
Oh yeah. Happened to the original guy who was starting all those movies. There used to be another cast in the first two.
Was that the Fast and Furious guy?
I don't really remember the Fast and Furious, but
Well, the guy
I remember the first two Transformer movies. They
it
had
was
that
all
other
this-
guy.
That one guy, yeah.
Now it's got Sergeant Lipton in this place.
Don't run in front of my car.
What?
See that big deer?
Nope.
Walked around the side of the road like he
Oh,
was
I
ready to
wasn't
jump out.
Well, the camera saw it.